All right, it's your girl, boss. Sorry, I'm back. This was on my heart heavy, like in the moment. I was just thinking back, reminiscing on the day that I surrendered my life to Christ and said, Lord, I'm giving you all of me because I can't do this no more. One thing that I experienced was spiritual attacks. I experienced a lot of spiritual attacks right in the beginning of me submitting my life to Christ. I'm just sharing that with you because, I appreciate you for following me. And I feel like this is a place that the Lord has made for us to come together, share our stories, testify, witness about God's goodness. So I'm just sharing something so you can get to know me a little bit better. But once I got saved, the number one thing I was experiencing was spiritual warfare. Like, did that happen to you? Comment in the video, subscribe, like, if you feel that. God bless. But God is so good. He's so intentional, right? He is super, super intentional. And like in the moment when you're going through things, when you are experiencing the spiritual attacks, you may be wondering, like, why me? God, why me? But that's because you are a soldier. He in the moment he's building you up, but in the moment, like when I was experiencing the spiritual warfare, right when I became saved, it literally made me who I am right now. It it literally, at the time, it hurt real bad, but after I took punches, and it hurt, I healed. And I began to see what God was doing in those moments and what I learned from experiencing the attacks and how I surrendered and I never gave up on following Jesus. Like, the enemy be really trying to pull us away. He knows that when you surrender your life to Christ, you are a threat to his kingdom. He don't want to lose participants. All right, so for those of you who don't know me, I'm back with another part 3. I'm just ranting in my kitchen. I'm cooking some oxtails and I'm reminiscing, and I wanted to share things about me so that we can get to know each other because we have things in common. As chosen people, as people who are followers of Christ, we have similarities and we are supposed to be here for one another. But anywho, okay, part 3. I just want to say though, like, when you are experiencing spiritual warfare, and for me, I'm talking about when I experienced it soon as I surrendered my life to Christ, like I was under attack. It was crazy back to back. Looking back, there was a shift that was taking place. Like the Lord was really shifting me and pivoting me in a whole nother direction. And the warfare that I experienced made the shift actually happen more smoothly. Even though it hurt, it happened more smoothly. And honestly, it wasn't as bad as I had thought it would be. I was programmed on my old way of thinking. And my old way of thinking was, when stuff starts to change and it look different, something ain't right. Like, I didn't like change. I was not trying to change. I'm like, uh-oh, what's going on? But in those moments, like the Lord, he literally gave me the strength, the ability. And of course I made the choice, but he gave me a supernatural strength, y'all. Like, I was able to walk the path even though it didn't feel good. And I trusted God. I knew that whatever was taking place, I knew that it was necessary. So I trusted him. After that shift took place, it was some healing that needed to happen. But I'm telling y'all, it's something about God when you are walking alongside of him, when you allow him to be the head over your life, he will make you feel like you can just do anything. Of course, righteously, but anything. Like the stuff that I was afraid to do, like all of the stuff that I was afraid to do, I was able to do it. I was able to do it. It was like he gave me the boldness to execute his plan. Because we have to remember, like, when we submit our life to Christ, we are saying, Lord, your will and not my own. So I got to that point and I needed to do what had needed to be done. And it's the best decision I've ever made. Does the walk get difficult or challenging at times? I'll say, does it get challenging at times? Yes, it absolutely does. Will I trade this walk for anything? Absolutely not. This is something, surrendering and submitting your life to Christ is something that will change you forever. It's the best thing you can do. Even though it has its ups and downs and it has its undesirable seasons, circumstances, you name it, God will pull you through. I am a walking testimony that he will pull you through and he will give you the strength to do what you thought you could never do. I hope this video helps you. Press that like button. Subscribe if you feel that. God bless.